Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of Regular Beer Reviews, where regular doesn't refer to the beers being reviewed, but to the reviewer, myself. I'm Jesse, and today I'm about to review a beer that I've never had before. This one is from Harpoon, and it is their Pumpkin UFO, which I liked. I thought it looked pretty cool. And this, it says, is an unfiltered pumpkin ale. Harpoon's unfiltered offering. So I guess that's what UFO stands for, unfiltered offering. So let's get into the numbers on this beer. Beer Advocate gives it an 82, which is good, and that's with 829 ratings. The Bros give it an 81, which is good, and Rate Beer gives it a 63 overall with a 77 for the style. It has an ABV of 5.9%. The availability is obviously fall. The style is a pumpkin ale, and it has 20 IBUs. Now, I'm going to read the description on the back of the bottle here. It says, "Hey there, pumpkin. You've got a real unfiltered fall treat in your hands. It's like you tapped a specially spiced pumpkin without the seeds, of course." So yeah, but I thought it was pretty cool. You know, they're gonna have a jack-o'-lantern on them. It's never just a pumpkin. Well, actually, I think the last one might have been just a pumpkin, but most of the time it's always a jack-o'-lantern on these pumpkin beers. Last one I did was the America's Original Pumpkin Ale, and now that I think about it, that one I don't think was a jack-o'-lantern. But anyway, let's and if you didn't know, Harpoon, that's the Harpoon Brewery out of Boston, Massachusetts. So let's go ahead and get this cracked open there. And it's I can kind of see some sediment down on the bottom there, and it shows on there to use a Wheat beer glass. So I got mine, and let's go ahead and get this baby poured. And I'm just going to do what's traditional with these beers. I'm going to pour most of it and then just leave a little bit, about a third of it in the bottom. And, you stir it up. Get all that sediment mixed in there. And, oh yeah, clouds it up immediately, and it gives it a gorgeous head. Get all that, a lot of foam in there now. Get all that out. There we go. I think it's cool too. It's got a picture of the, beer, of the bottle next to the glass there, such as so. So yeah, let's go on ahead and get into this review. The color is pretty standard for a pumpkin ale. It's not quite as clear as most, though. It is pretty hazy, obviously being unfiltered. I'm not really seeing any particulates floating around in there, but I'm not really seeing a lot of, well, I don't know, I'm seeing light to moderate carbonation now. It's just, it is very hazy. It has a nice two-finger head, looks extremely creamy, nice white, maybe the slightest bit off-white, slightest hint of beige there in the color. I'd say the color is it's like a honey golden color. It's got the slightest bits of like orangish tinges in there, but it looks pretty good. So let's go on ahead and get a nose on this. Yeah, wow. Compared to the America's Original Pumpkin Ale I did this, the spices are a lot more forward. And the pumpkin, too, it just smells more flavorful. It's like, pow. I can definitely smell some pumpkin in there. I smell the malts. It's yeasty. It's really bready. Slight bits of maybe caramel, a little bit of toffee. Just sweet malted barley. And then I'm getting the spices. It's like pumpkin spice. Obviously, what's pretty traditional with these beers: pumpkin spice, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg. It smells like a piece of pumpkin pie. But it's the spices are really pow, man. They're yeah. So let's go on ahead and jump into this. Oh yeah, it's more carbonated on the mouthfeel than it looks. Feels like much heavier carbonation. Nice zing. The mouthfeel isn't really watery at all. coats the tongue well, and the spices are just pow. The malts are really, really nice. They're sweet. They're mellow. Really like a sweet, really caramel. I mean, I can taste almost slightly burnt sugar. Really, really nice caramel malt. It's really sweet, and it pairs so nicely with those spices, the cinnamon and the allspice. You know, the allspice and the cinnamon and the cloves and the nutmeg and I mean, it just, again, pairs really nicely with the pumpkin. This is a step and a half above the America's Original, I would have to say. This is way more flavorful. It's that beer wasn't unbalanced, but it was just all the flavor. The flavor was so mild. This one, the flavor is just like pow. The malts are really good. Not really. That one had I could taste kind of a flowery, floral, kind of a floral character. I might contribute to hops. I'm not really picking up anything like that on this one. I'm not tasting anything I'd contribute to hops on this beer. But as far as the pumpkin beer goes, I'm really, really liking this one. This is a very tasty one. That is a good pumpkin beer. It's a good fall beer. I've had quite a few beers from Harpoon before. They've never let me down. I think I know I've had their IPA. I've had a couple other ones. I can't think of what though. It's been a while, but this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna go on ahead and give the UFO. I think I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. It's just right there. Like I'm really enjoying this. If I hadn't just had because I don't know, maybe not even an hour ago did the America's Original. If I hadn't just had that one, this one might be a 7 out of 10. But in comparison, this one is really, 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 really good. And I think the flavors are really well balanced. They're right there. I say definitely pick up Pumpkin UFO. Pick it up if you see it before fall ends and you can't find it. This is a very, very, very tasty pumpkin beer. It's very good. I'm really enjoying it. So thank you for watching, and keep watching again in the future for more reviews. Prost.